We have Economics Paper 1, January 2023. January 2023. So go to the first question. Okay, what is name given to a firm that manufactures cars? That is the secondary sector firm. Manufacturing is about conversion of raw materials into finished goods. Question B. A firm that employs 540 workers has a total monthly output of 27,000 units. What is the monthly labor productivity? Labor productivity is output divided by labor, number of workers. So it's 27,000 divided by 540, which is 50 units. Clear? B. Question C. What is it meant by the term division of labor? Division of labor is a breaking down of production process into different stages, and each stage is being performed by different people. I marked this for you because you mentioned productivity and mentioned each person. Question D. State one factor of production: land, labor, capital, enterprise. Anyone you mention is fine. E. Define the term public sector. A public sector is which is controlled and owned by government in the provision of services. That's a public sector. That sector that provides goods and services controlled and owned by government, public sector. F. Calculate the PED for usage portraits. PED is percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price. Here we have a change in quantity demanded, which is 3.2%, and a fall in the price, which is minus 2.5. So we have a negative 1.28. That is elastic. Move on. Go G. So if a celebrity wears the trainers, the label or the brand becomes popular. So every individual would want to get attracted to that and they want to wear it. So that means the demand for that brand will increase. So the quantity demanded will increase from QE to Q1, bringing about a rightward shift in the quantity demanded from D to D1, bringing about a high equilibrium price from PE to P1. There's a movement along the supply. There's no reason why Spice Cottage may not aim to maximize its profit. Spice Cottage, being a new business, may think of survival as an objective, which reflects on the lower price which it's selling to attract customers or consumers. This allows it to maximize revenue, not profit. This could help to survive. It will help with survival objective. You see how I wrote it now? It charges lower price because it's a new business. So its objective might not be to make profit, rather to survive. So survival means you might be able to attract more customers. Your revenue will increase, not your profit. So, and that will help you to retain and survive. Okay. The mega boss. Yeah, you mentioned price. It's not price, it's income. There are two variables that change the quantity demanded. I won't get anyway. There are two variables that change the quantity demanded. Listen to me, please. Price is not part of what we're talking about here. We have two variables that change quantity demanded. They are income and price. When income is used, price is not there. When price is used, income should not be there. So the data here explains the income elasticity of demand, which is percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price. The quantity demanded reduces by 15%, and the level of income increased by 10%. Yes or no? It brings about minus 1.5, and that is a negative figure, which makes the product in question or the service in question to be an inferior good or inferior service or product. Clear? So if the y indicates that it has an income elasticity with a negative figure, this means bus travel is an inferior product. Clear? This is a product or service that reduces as the level of income increases based on what is being said here. Therefore, megabus will be aware because they're asking us about the importance of YED analysis here. That's the point. So therefore, megabus will be aware of when to increase or decrease the services it offers, not price. When to increase or decrease the services it offers, because income elasticity is the degree of responsiveness between the quantity demanded of a product as a result of a change in price or a change in income. So here, income is we're talking about income. So the next thing we need to talk is about how to increase or reduce the quantity demanded, that means our bus services. So how to increase, when to increase or decrease the services it offers in Canada, the US, or the UK, depending on when income changes, not the price. Is it clear now? Move on. Question 2, we have the chart. The chart doesn't give you why each options are not the answers and why we choose the last option. Labor. Labor is about employment. So the chart is not talking about employment, right? So it's not A. Public. Public is a sector of the economy, public sector. The chart is not talking about economic sector or either mixed economy or market economy. It's not. So it's not. Monopoly. Monopoly is a dominant firm, which is one. This is more than one firm. So the only answer there is the oligopoly. Clear. We move on. An increase in which one of the following is most likely to increase productivity? Bureaucracy will delay productivity because decision-making will be less. Congestion will increase time and cost of production. It takes time. Traffic, congestion, it takes time. Irrigation means the movement of making sure that water is being transferred to where there's no water. That will increase productivity. So the answer is C. Regulations. Regulations are laws that have to be complied with. With a lot of regulations, compliance will delay. Firms will have to spend time to understand what government wants them to do. It takes time. It's not productivity. Clear? Regulations may later bring about efficiency, not productivity. Are you with me?
Talking about efficiency, not productivity.
Yeah. Go to C. What is meant by the term barriers to entry? This is a factor that stops the entrance of new firms into an industry. It stops a factor that stops the entrance of new firms into an industry. That's barriers to entry. Clear? We go to A. Calculate the total cost. Total cost is fixed cost plus variable cost. Here our fixed cost is $57,000 plus variable cost, which is 750 multiplied by 1820. It gives us 1,365,000. 1,365,000 plus 57,000 is 1,422,000. Clear? Describe one disadvantage for a government of using subsidies. Subsidy is a financial help from government to ensure that the production of goods and services reduces in cost. Yes or no? So for me, I hope it will reduce efficiency or slash output. Why? As firms become reliant on government financial aid rather than finding an effective way to operate. Firms believe that even if they are not making profits, government is there to help them out, right? That brings about inefficiency. They wouldn't think about how to make profits.
They think about the government.
So they rely mostly on government. That's the problem about subsidies. Clear? Yeah. It's not just the problem about subsidies, it's the problem about government intervention. Put it in mind, okay? We move on. Yes. Explain one reason why Eva may have decided to keep her business small. Accessibility to finance. Eater restaurants will be considered as a small business, yes or no? Yes. This means financial institutions will feel reluctant to give it loans for expansion, as Eater will be seen as a high risk. So it doesn't want to, it's not going to be able to expand. But it's a small business. No banks want to lose money, especially for small businesses. Clear? Yeah. We move on. With reference to the data above and your knowledge of economics, assess the extent to which a merger between CK and Indosat is likely to lead to economies of scale. First, economies of scale is the cost advantage a firm has. A firm like CK, Orch, and Indosat enjoys due to their merger. That's the economies of scale. Clear? The merger will increase the operations of the telecommunication firm. The merger could bring about technical economies of scale because CK and Indosat will be able to share or put together technology, equipment that might outshine other competitors. Two heads are always better than one, you know that? Yes. It could also enjoy marketing economies of scale, as they can share the cost of advertising. They have a reduced cost of advertising.
But they will share the profit among themselves. That's the downside of it.
Profits, economies of scale, profits, no.
They will, no, I'm saying they will have to share it. Not one of them will keep it all. They'll have to share it among.
It is not a problem in economies of scale. This economies of scale is there. But when you talk about profits in economies of scale, no way.
It won't affect it.
We wouldn't even have to talk about it. If you're talking about merger, and they're not going to even share merger, yeah, you could talk about it. But here, the main bone of contention is economies of scale. So profit doesn't come into it at all. Clear. However, the merger may bring about poor communication as the number of employees have increased. Yes or no? So that would reduce efficiency. That is what we're talking about.
Delay in commands.
Yeah, bureaucracy. There may be more bureaucracy. That's the second point. There may be more bureaucracy due to large increase in size of the firms, delaying decisions and increasing cost of production. Do you see how it doesn't concern profit? Because it's economies of scale, which is about reduction in cost of production. Everything you have to talk about here is cost of production, economies of scale, purchasing, technological, managerial. These are what you have to talk about. These economies of scale, these are what you have to talk about. It's offline. Fair.
Yeah. But Mr. Will this,
Yes, please.
will this bring about this economies of scale in the future?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because they're becoming too
There's
large.
only going to be these economies of scale anyway.
Yeah, because they're becoming too large.
Yeah. You might be putting so much pressure
You can't
on
control
your output. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Question something. Which one of the following could be described as an economic need? Airport is a want. Holiday is a want. Shelter is a need. Smartphone is a want. Clear. Which one of the following is an example of external benefit? Education is an external benefit. Air pollution is an external cost. Overcrowding is an external cost. Resource depletion is an external cost. Clear. Then the graph. They said, draw a graph. They also indicate to you a price change from P1 to P2 and its impact on quantity from Q1 to Q2. Elastic supply. This is elastic supply. This is elastic supply. Elastic. Significant change in the quantity supplied as a result of a change in price. Significant. That is inelastic.
The same thing.
It is not the same. That is inelastic. This is elastic.
Oh, yours went down. Mine went
It's
up.
not about going up or down. It's about how the distance between it. And it should be a fall in price. A fall in price will reflect a fall in quantity supplied. Yes or no? This is elastic. What you have there is inelastic. Clear?
Yeah.
We move on. D. With reference to the data above and your knowledge of economics, analyze why the UK government might provide flood defense. The UK government might provide flood defenses because without the intervention, the flood will continue bringing about damaging infrastructure, residents losing homes, and firms shutting down. This is why government is intervening. Clear. Now, the UK government provides the £32 million flood defense scheme because businesses in Calderwood or Calderdale have suffered from flood damage over the years based on data, right? Flood defenses are example of public goods which government must provide due to their nature of non-excludability and non-rival. Clear?
Clear.
Go on.
Can you repeat the point for non-excludability and non-rival?
Yeah, non-excludable means nobody can stop you from consuming it, whether you pay or you don't pay taxes.
Yeah, I know.
Non-rival means your consumption does not reduce my consumption.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, but how did you relate it
To the flood.
Yeah.
Okay, flood means government is going to use taxes.
Okay.
Tax paid by people.
Okay.
to finance that flow system. But no one, even if you pay the tax, you can't stop others that do not pay tax from enjoying it because it's going to be there. The flow system, in as much as you are within that environment, the flow system it's going to protect your own home, it's going to protect my own home, irrespective of me paying taxes or not. It's going to protect my office, it's going to protect your office. It's not going to, what you're going to consume it with it, it's not going to stop what I'm going to consume. And it can only be provided by government because if private firms start investing on this, there will be free rider problems. But government can contain free rider problem. Clear?
Yeah.
With reference to the data above and your knowledge of assess the impact of trade union activity on monitoring and its employees. Trade union is an organization which is formed by employees to protect their interests. Trade union is an organization that is formed by employees to protect their interests. Clear? Yeah. Trade union negotiation which bring about an increase in the wage rate by 0.8 pounds from 9.20 to 10 pounds. Yeah. Per hour may increase productivity. Clear. Yeah. The wage increase may allow Morrison to retain the number of workers it employed because higher productivity may not result into higher cost. Higher productivity would not lead to higher cost of production. If there's productivity, there won't be high cost of production because it means the number available have produced more than what it's supposed to produce. So cost of production would have reduced. Clear? Yeah. According to the data, Morrison is a leading supermarket, right? Which means it might be able to pass on higher prices on customers with higher wages. It could be able to price higher, to spread higher prices on customers. They will pay because the market is a leading.
So its price.
The demand for its product might be priced in the last.
They're still paying for it, even though after there's been an increase in price.
Clear. Yeah. However, high wages result into unemployment. Firms are not willing to employ more workers because an increase in wage rate will lead to an increase in cost of production. Firms might respond by laying off workers.
Oh, they just won't hire anymore. They'll keep the same, but they won't hire anymore.
So that means unemployment would increase. Clear. Your question 4 is right. I marked it, but let me give you the analysis. It said, when the current level of output is 250 units, okay, additional unit of consumer goods will reduce the production of capital goods by 500 minus 400, which is 100. Why do we always talk about production possibility curve, linking it to opportunity cost? Because we said production possibility curve is a graph that shows the combination of two goods that can be produced if all resources are fully utilized. It means if you have to produce one more, you have to sacrifice the other. That is why there's always opportunity cost. Clear? Yeah. So 100 units of capital goods is the opportunity cost here. Clear? Question B. With reference to the data above and your knowledge of economics, analyze how the equivalent price of tangents to tourists is determined. Equivalent price is the price of agreement between quantity demanded and quantity supply. The price of agreement between quantity demanded and quantity supply. And also you can even analyze it by using this graph. There's nothing like market here. It's supply, demand, price. Equilibrium price, the price of agreement. Equilibrium quantity, the quantity of agreement. These two must align, they must agree. Okay, at that point, this is what we call equilibrium point. Equilibrium point, because the exam might be asking for equilibrium point. Equilibrium point. It's the point of agreement between quantity demanded and quantity supply. This is the point of agreement between markets or in the market. It's not the point of agreement in the market. No. Demand and supply must be there. Without that, you're not getting it. Clear? Yeah. So, the equivalent price of tangents sold by tutorials can be determined through popularity. Popularity here, they said that it's because the product becomes popular, right? So the popularity means that tourists will increase the demand. Yes or no? Yes. Shifting the demand curve rightward and the high equilibrium price. So the demand curve will shift rightward then from D to D1. And the price will increase from PE to P1. Yeah. Clear? Yeah. 2, the higher price may attract suppliers, which will increase supply until equilibrium is achieved. So there's going to be new equilibrium because there's a new price here. There's a new price and there's quantity demanded increasing. So the supply curve must come in line with the next price and quantity demanded. That's why I said the higher price may attract suppliers, which will increase supply until equilibrium is achieved. So we have P1 now. We must have P1, Q1, S1, D1. To achieve. Clear? Yeah. Good. And the last question. With reference to the data above and your knowledge of economics, evaluate the likely impact of competition on restaurant customers in Dahab. What is competition? Competition is the rivalry that exists between firms trying to sell to the same customers within an industry. That is what competition is. But the time competition is a rivalry between firms. They are all firms. How are they competitive? Because they are selling to the same customers or because they are in the same industry. That is why we call it competition. Clear? According to the data, there are many restaurants in Dahab wanting to sell to the same visitors. This may likely lead to lower prices to remain competitive. Are you with me? Yes. Lower prices is beneficial to customers as they will be able to eat at restaurants without paying so much. Clear? Okay. Customers are likely to benefit from the quality service as restaurant owners may want to keep hold of their customers. Clear? However, low profits due to reduced prices may force some restaurants out of the business, meaning customers' choice may reduce, bringing about higher prices. Clear? Lower revenue means less profit as a result. Restaurants might find cheaper food materials to keep costs low to be able to make profit. Clear? Yeah. And that ends January 2023. Is it clear better now? Okay, we start right now. So viewers, this will be the last paper for paper 1 economics. The next videos on past papers for economics will be paper 2. Thank you. Watch out for that.